Fox Urgent, a magnitude 5.4 earthquake has just hit Nevada, northeast of Las Vegas. We're getting this in just moments ago from the U.S. Geological Survey. It reports the epicenter was in a town about 2 hours drive from Las Vegas. Police in that town say so far there are no reports of any damage or anybody hurt. We'll follow this very closely and bring you more news as it happens.
We break into regular programming to update you on that 5.3 magnitude earthquake centered in Caliente. It's to blame for shutting down the ramps on the Spaghetti Bowl. Let's take a live look outside right now. You can see all of that traffic congestion over there. You can see the traffic is slowed down here. This is 95, and as we flip through, you'll see that green flash. This is 95 southbound, just west of Rancho. And take a look here in the center of your screen. You can see those help vehicles telling all the cars to move over, and it is slow out there because all of the ramps from that stretch to the 15 north and southbound, as well as the exit to Martin Luther King Boulevard, are still closed right now. The quake hit at 11:47 this morning. It hit in Caliente. That's about 150 miles northeast of Las Vegas. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, again, it measured 5.3, downgraded from 5.4, plus 3 aftershocks followed. We know one was a 3.8 and another 3.0 magnitude. Again, let's take a look at the traffic disruptions. This is causing the earthquake, closing down ramps right now. You'll want to take some alternate routes to get around Interstate 95 because of all of those ramp closures. NDOT tells us they are inspecting the areas to make sure they are still structurally sound. Las Vegas Fire and Rescue reported no fire or medical-related emergency calls stemming from the earthquake. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office also said there was no damage immediately reported shortly after the tremor. But again, plenty of people felt it. We've been hearing on Twitter, on social media, several people reporting what they felt. There is not significant damage, but we did receive a flood of calls into the newsroom immediately after it happened. Facebook is very active, everything from swinging chandeliers to a loud rumbling sound. Others say they didn't feel a thing. Animals, if your animals were outside or maybe very in tune to what's going on, dogs barking, a lot of scared cats, that's typical for any earthquake. And we will continue to monitor this, and we also have been speaking with seismologists at UNLV to find out what they have to say about this, and just reading some of the tweets that we've heard from people. On the second floor at work, we were swaying at the Hard Rock. So all the way into the Hard Rock from Caliente, where this earthquake centered, 150 miles north of Las Vegas. The quake was also felt on the Strip and in downtown Las Vegas as well. Fox 5 Vegas, another person tweeting us, sitting on the couch, it started to shake. The house creaked as well. Hashtag Vegas quake. The Nevada Department of Transportation again shut down traffic. That's what you're looking at right now. This is a live look at Interstate 95. All of that backed up traffic. Allow yourself some extra time, and we will continue to monitor this. Be sure to stay with Fox 5, and this concludes our special report.
We are following some developing news now at 5 o'clock. An earthquake hit Nevada earlier today. Here's a look at the quake on our storm tracker radar. You can see rattling and shaking was felt all the way over in St. George. The 4.8 magnitude quake hit just south of Caliente, that's near Elgin. It's about 56 miles west of St. George. Here we actually have some drone footage from above I-15 and Highway 95. You could see the roads actually split because of that quake. So if you have any plans to travel in that area for Memorial Day weekend, get ready for some major delays.
The earthquake forced Clark County to raise its emergency response to level 1 today.
Now, continuing our 8 News Now team coverage, Joe Bartel's live to explain how emergency managers handled that situation. Joe?
Well, Dave and Paula's shaking only lasted 5 to 10 seconds, maybe more depending on where you were in the valley, but the threat of an even larger earthquake and even aftershocks had emergency managers waiting for those damage reports to come in. And emergency managers say even at 4.8, this was a moderate earthquake. Around a 5.6 is when there's significant damage and even deaths. Overall, the city of Las Vegas and Clark County reported little or no damage to buildings and infrastructure. The city of Las Vegas emergency manager says soon after the ground stopped shaking, shaking. She got reports that major water lines were okay. Over at the Clark County Emergency Response Office, they launched into what's called a level 1 response. That means that they monitor the United States Geological Survey for reports. They receive damage reports, if any, and they decide if they need a larger response and resources. There are a total of 3 levels, 1 being the lowest response and 3 being the most severe. The city of Las Vegas says there are areas vulnerable to heavy shaking. That would be most of downtown because of the age of the buildings and the homes on the east side of the city of Las Vegas.
Those structures are at risk for total destruction during a big enough earthquake. So those are areas that are of particular concern to us. Again, anything built more than 30 years ago is of concern, could probably use a good checkout from a contractor.
Emergency managers also say rail lines in the area of the epicenter, about 125 miles north of the Las Vegas Valley, will be inspected for safety. So geologists here at the College of Southern Nevada say this was a fairly shallow earthquake, and that's one of the reasons why we felt it so far away from the epicenter. Clark County says things are returning to normal. They have reduced their response from level 1 to just standard operating procedure. Reporting live, Joe Bartels, 8 News Now.